Watch them carefully, very carefully. War movies, bomb movies, extraterrestrial beings, unusual items. I don't know what they might come.
Looking for buzzwords.
Looking for buzzwords. Look at every one of them. Look for buzzwords. And then, next, I want you to watch very carefully the pace of inflation. Now, you'll have to do this at the grocery store. As you go to the grocery store, put down the price of what you pay for that pizza this week. And then put down what you pay for that same pizza next week, or that bottle of milk, or whatever it may be that you buy. Keep a running track of it, because inflation will escalate. It begins right where it is right now, and you're going to go up and up and up very rapidly, and toward the end. Now, this is at the end. Toward the end of this 2-year period, you're going to see this. Now, I've given you what to watch for over the next 2 years that they'll be doing these things. And at the very end, you'll see this happen. They will limit the amount that you can withdraw from the bank. You'll be close to the end by then. I mean, you're so close to the end by then, you don't have any time to do anything. It's too late. If the average American waits till that point, they're done for. Your children and grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren will forever be slaves to the elite. I have been told that you will be so poor within 3 years that you will not be able to rise up against the elite. They know right now that there's a very small, fine line that people could still get through and might have some hope. This was admitted to me. They think they have it made. They're quite sure that they have everybody right where they want them. And that they're going to be able to accomplish what they want. But they know within 2 years that fine line's removed and you're gone. It's all over with. I want you to watch toward the end the amount of withdrawal that you can take from the bank in the way of cash. By that time, you've about had it. The control measures. Number one, banking. That'll be the first indicator. Because keep in mind that control factor all comes through the pocketbook. And that determines your dinner table, your job, everything that goes on in commerce. Secondly, health care. Oh, folks, please. Doctors, I feel so sorry for you, I don't know what to do. You're going to see health care. Thirdly, and this you already see partially as of the Patriot Act. And if you haven't gone through an airport lately, you have a rude awakening. You're treated like a criminal. Armed guards all around you when there are no terrorists whatsoever. And you've got to wake up, people. Since when do we have to be herded like animals into a line and treated like criminals when we go through Homeland Security? Your airports, watch them carefully. You're going to see more and more activity of total control in how people travel and the airports. Next, Youth Corps. Oh my goodness.
Oh yes.
SS.
Brown shirts.
Brown shirts. Watch it. It's going to be pushed and pushed and pushed until every child from a certain age through a certain age will be not just requested, as they say, required. And when they get you in there, it's brainwashing. It's the chip. It's everything imaginable. You take the shots or you're gone. I mean, they'll give you no choice. Watch the Youth Corps. It's nothing in the world but another SS. Next, mandatory service. Now, I'm not talking about just for the young people in the military. I'm talking about, now, please, I know more things than what you think I know. I mean, these people have told me some things that, folks, I can only say so much. But I'm trying my best to give you the buzzwords, and you read between the lines. There's going to be mandatory service in society.
So you're talking about more than just the young folks.
I'm talking about adults. Adults are going to be required to form community service ordered by the government and the elite. Mark my words. And this service will include more than you just showing up once a month to pick up garbage on the roadside. Believe you me, there are many more things in store. And then the final and the last and the ultimate. And after they know they positively had everything under control, including your pocketbook, is going to be gun control. Mark my words.
That'll be just about the
Gun
last
control.
thing. Take away the guns and they can do what they want.
The general who was in charge of the attack on Pearl Harbor lived through the entire war and was not killed. After the war, he was being interviewed by a group of media people. He at this point now was free. The Japanese had surrendered. America and Japan was friends again. And he was interviewed as an old man. And the question was asked him, "Sir, when you spearheaded the attack on Pearl Harbor, America, our force out there was crippled. You could have easily gone right onto the west coast of the United States of America and invaded America, and more than likely you would have been successful. Why didn't you do it?" His answer will go down in infamy. He said, "The reason that I did not immediately invade America is because I went to college there. And I learned while I was there that every American is armed."
They all have guns.
They all have guns. And he said, "I could not conquer the American public as long as they had guns. Therefore, I did not continue the attack to the west coast of the United States of America immediately. They gave us time to recoup. And America, in its resilience, did. And as a result, Japan never attacked at our west coast." And that was his answer. That'll be the last thing they'll do. If masses wake up, you still have time to travel. There will be travel restrictions. The last restriction will probably be the media. Now, this is going to startle you also. They're not going to bother the talk show hosts for a while. They're not going to bother the national media for a while.
Or the pastors.
Rush Limbaugh will still be out there. The pastors, for a while, will still have their freedom.
Okay.
Savage Nation will still be on the air for a while, quite a while yet, and a few others. Why? One reason. You see, they have to have the national media in order to carry out their perversion and tell the American people what they want. And they know the day that they take away the freedom of the talk show host, that they will raise such a ruckus.
Yes.
And make such a noise that the elite lose their privileges of the national media also. And one of the last things to be touched will be the media.
Don't you think that the removal of the guns and removal of the talk show hosts is going to be pretty close to simultaneous?
Yes. Yes, it'll pretty much be simultaneous. They will have their control. They'll have it their way. Well, it really comes down to this. They have a form of godliness, but have no salvation. No salvation for the soul and no hope for eternity. But they have their form of godliness to their God. Without salvation and without eternity. Just the other day in our family devotions, my son was reading in the book of Ezekiel. "Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. If thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity." America, this is what's going to happen to you. If you don't turn from your wickedness, you're dead.
Amen.